Start off with section 11.2, volumes of cylinders and prisms. So just a reminder that volume is the space inside a 3D object, so kind of like area, but a little bit different. So let's go ahead and start with a rectangular prism. So the general formula for the volume of any prism is the area of the base times the height, where A is equal to area of the base. So for a rectangle or a square, we know that the area formula is length times width, which would be the base, and we're just multiplying that by the height. So we can take all three numbers and just multiply them together, and we get 1,152 centimeters cubed. So for perimeter, it was just the units with no squared. In area, it was squaring the units, and now for volume, we're cubing it. We're also in 3 dimensions, so that kind of helps. So let's move into a triangular prism. So typically for prisms, the base is in the name. So in a triangular prism, the base is a triangle. One mess up I had earlier, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be length, not height. So it's the area of the base times length. So we know that the area of the base for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So let's go ahead and plug that in. And I went ahead and color coded our side lengths. So all we have to do is plug in those three numbers. So we get 1/2 5 times 2 times 4, which if we put that in the calculator, we go ahead and get 20 inches cubed. So now we're given the trapezoidal prism. The lengths are 7, 5, 9, and 3 meters. And for the area of the base, a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height, and don't forget the length between the two bases. So let's go ahead and write those units in. So we get 1/2 5 plus 7 times 3 times 9, and we can first start with the parentheses, and we multiply everything together to get 162 meters cubed. And last but not least, we're going to move into a cylinder. So for a cylinder, the volume formula is pretty similar. It's still the volume equals the area of the base times the height. In this case, we can see a cylinder has a base of a circle, so we're going to go ahead and plug the area formula for a circle in. So we get pi r squared times the height, and we can go ahead and plug those numbers in. We will keep this in terms of pi, so all we have to start by doing is squaring 3, and we're left with 56 pi centimeters cubed. Last but not least, we're going to talk about one vocabulary term named oblique. So on the right hand side, you can see that it says oblique, and it's just a shape that looks slanted. So we have a cylinder that's slanted, but as long as we're still given the height of it and the radius, it would be using the same formula that we just did on the left hand side. And that's the end of this video.